All right, late night with the Tram TR27E. This is a rough, well, not rough, but you know, average, you know, for a 50-year-old radio. Recap redone, skips running sporadically. Was trying to see if I could catch a few. You know, as soon as I got the camera going, the skip fell out, of course. There we go.
Hope you have a good night. I got Indiana coming in there. It kind of covers up a little bit at the end, but definitely nice hearing you in there. If we get a chance to get at her again.
Sounds a lot smoother with the noise limiter off.
Oscar the Girls waving for that trash can in New York.
I was just trying to get some good receive going on this one to compare it with the Tram Titan 2A with the Collins filter I just did. Come on, hit me one more time. Main difference between this, the TR27 series, and the Tram Titan series is the Titans got the Collins filter.
Hey, 421. Hey, 421 Iowa. I know you're not going to hear 427, but you will hear me. Oscar the Grouch waving.
Oscar the Crouch sounds good. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera. Just a regular camera, nothing special. No external microphone or anything yet, but I'm working on that.
Out there, 421, yeah, you're coming in here pretty good too. Man, don't have them very often. We get skipped that direction, but definitely nice hearing you on my radio tonight. 27 with that big old wave.
The TR27E is VFO receive for 23 channels and a 23 channel crystal transmit.
I think I heard 581
on the dial here.
581 there, Oscar the Grouch waving back.
And then the E also has a one slot crystal receive. So if you got a, you know, let's say your channel.
Skip, but hey, we'll take it. Anyway, we'll wave the hand at you while we got a chance. Your friend Oscar the Grouch waving with this down old trash can.
So let's say your favorite channel was the Super Bowl. You could get a crystal for, you know, the Super Bowl 6 and put in there and go from manual with the VFO to X for crystal here. And then you would be automatically switched to the crystal one channel receive with that. TR27 series was AM only. The E is 23 channel transmit. The D, TR27D is 8 channel, I believe. TR27C was mobile.
321, Oscar the Grouch waving right back.
And the B was, I believe, 8 channels also. And the B had a smaller meter. And they improved the specifications as the technology, you know, went. I haven't found anything on the original TR27, or if there is a TR27A. Still looking on that. Then came out the Titans. The Titan 1 was similar to this, but it had the Collins filter, AM only. The Titan 2 was the one that came out with double sideband transmit, single sideband receive. And the Titan 1 and 2 had the silver stainless steel case with the rack mount industrial look. And then the 2A, they came out with a different look. They called it a modernized look with the wood cabinet.
Hey, 589, don't worry about that 427. Oscar the Grouch waving.
2A was all tube.
I'm gone.
The Titan 3 was all transistor. Not a lot of them made. People didn't like.
Junior, check a man down there in the Carolinas, no question about it. Oscar the Grouch gonna wave that friendly 5-year wait.
A big bass, all transistor tram. So they quickly came out with the Tram Titan 4, which was like a DAC. It was a hybrid. It was all transistor with a tube final, and it had a plate modulated final. It was push-pull.
Roger, I'm putting that 4-1 wave there. We're definitely wave right back when we get the chance, man. We got some skip rolling in here late tonight. I can't believe we're having this talk show, but hey, we'll take it. Anytime we get it up here in this northeast corner, we'll take it. 27 in Maine, and I'll kick that 10 when I can.
The Titan 4 had a tube final and push-pull transistors going into the modulation transformer on one side and the final tube on the other. So it's push-pull transistors modulating a tube final in the Titan 4. So it kind of gave it that
let you know we'll key up the next time we hear you out there.
tube transmit sound.
Somebody else in there want to know if I was from New York, and the answer is yes, I am. Northern New York, way up by the Canadian border there, Bert. I'm gone.
Unusual for a New York skip to run here in Detroit, and it's latest after midnight, and that's a little bit unusual also.
2.7s to Shebas.
That guy coming in good.
We run over him. We run on top of him. We bury him. He just seems to be annoying there once in a while, that break.
I gotta confirm that the more I play with the
he's up there in Maine. He drives that Oscar Mayer wiener truck around there, Brick.
early trams and the early Brownings without the Collins filter. I think the receiver's a lot smoother, which is interesting.
Hey, before you take
I
off,
think
if you still got conditions with 427, tell him Oscar Couch is waving for him from the trash can, and tell him to come out of hiding there, Brick.
I think a big part of that is these sticking my finger in the live radio. Well, let me get a pointer. Like, don't do that at home. But these IF cans here are older, designed by Drake and Browning, and they had better specs than any IF can at the time, and it's what it gave Brownings and Drakes some of the best receive ever. Still, you know, the Drake twins and the Browning Golden Eagle. And Tram derived from Browning. The engineer from Tram decided to put basically the guts of a Browning in one box. And that's how Tram came along. What's Tram stand for? Transmitters, receivers, amplifiers, and multiplexers. That's what Tram stand for. But anyway, these IF cans work great. They work better than the newer rounded cans. I got the radio turned up sideways, so I'm not going to turn it around. You've seen the regular cans enough with my videos. But these same cans, especially if they've been stored wrong or had high temperature, heat, moisture, cold, turn them down. They got some internal silver mica capacitors, and the silver micas get SMD, silver mica disease, and they short and do all kind of nasty stuff, and they go bad. And the silver micas are super tiny, and the wiring internally in these is super tiny, and just a real pain in the butt, a labor of love to try to work on those. If you got one with the silver mica disease, And also what happens with these, again, if it's not stored right, or temperature been too high on them, or stored in moisture, a lot of times you'll get a radio and all of them will be bad, and then you got a real problem on your hands. A lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of time to do that if you get your hands on one where all of them are bad like that. And that happens a lot with these. So if you're not a tech, I would say avoid these. But if somebody's selling a good one, confirmed working, they are the best. But it comes with a cost, right? So that's the TR27. Uses the big crystals. You actually uses a voltage doubler, not a voltage doubler, but a oscillator doubler. So these crystals are half frequency. Plus, if you see the crystals, that's not 23 crystals in there. It's basically half a crystal bank. And Tram does another unique feature in this radio, is that they get 2 channels off of 1 crystal. They got a little choke in there and a little capacitor. Those are the chokes right there. Those are not resistor, those are small chokes. And what they do is they move the crystal frequency off 5 kilohertz for each crystal, so you can have dual channels. Remember, it's a doubler, so they move it 5 and then go through the doubler, so it's moved 10, which is another channel away. So they're basically getting 2 channels off of every crystal, so that way they don't have to run a full crystal bank. And even back then with the CB stuff, CBs are channelized by the FCC. You can't legally get a CB to run off a VFO. It would have been a lot cheaper if they could, but that's not legal, not FCC approved. A CB on transmit has to be channelized to be a legal CB. And back before PLLs and all that, and this is even before mixing schemes on the transmit, Tram used a unique idea to just move the crystals so they can get 2 channels off of 1 crystal. Tram and Browning and Drake were ahead of the game. They were geniuses. Those and Collins, I think, really upped the scale of broadcasting and amateur radio and even CB radio equipment back then. There's a lot of hate on CB radio, but hate all you want. Browning and Drake were equal partners in one company, and they're the ones that came out with the IF cans, and they made a AM receiver back then, and they sold some other stuff too. And then they split up, and the Browning guy went to CB, his last name was Browning, and the Drake guy went to Ham. And that's where the Browning Drake names came from, and they made some of the best ham and CB equipment ever made, and that's to this day. And Collins made some great stuff too, but his, at the time, he went kind of military, and his stuff was military price, so it was almost unaffordable for the regular ham back then. And I don't think Collins ever made CB anyway. All right, looks like the skip's out, and I got a lot more long-winded than I thought I would, but yeah, I'm loving this TR27E. I got a super clean one that I think I'm gonna keep and not let get away, but I do have a couple working TR27Es, and then I got a junker non-working if somebody wants to make me a decent offer on these things. Great radios. All right, that's it for this one. Bye.